Welcome everyone to the first episode of 10 Questions. And for today we will be interviewing Niftyrobo, the creator of such famous YouTube videos as The Flatlands Episode 1 and...
No, a whole 200 people watched it.
Yeah, well, it's fine. I liked it. And then, welcome to the world's worst Minecraft server, 2b2t. I think that's the title. That's also one of my favorite.
The world's worst Minecraft server, a 2b2t animation.
You know, I should have been more prepared.
People probably know me for my god-awful video called Community Crusades on Speechy.
Oh yeah, I remember that video.
Yeah, that's one of the questions, but we'll
get to that. All right, so I've got 10 questions for. So this is how it works. I've got 10 questions for my lovely guest, Nifty here. 10 whole questions that I will ask him, and he will respond to them, and then the interview is over. That's how it goes.
Okay.
All right. So for the first question, will be about your 2b2t animation, which I have to say I think it's one of the best ones about the server out there. I really enjoyed watching that.
Are there any others? I know there's one made by some guy in the Peacekeepers, but it's like a CG thing.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. But I mean, like, out of every video on the about the server, this is probably the best one.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot I could do to improve it, though, but... You know, that was before I, learned how to really do better anatomy and, textures and shading.
Well, to be honest, it is really good for what you did do.
I'm still proud of it.
Alright, so question number 1, it's about your 2b2t video. I'm just wondering, how long did it take you to make this? This is the question. So, how long did it take you to make that video?
I first started, I got the idea for it to be, in April. I tossed the idea around and people were like, yeah, man, you should go for it. So I just kind of worked on, little sketches of people, of, personifications of, their skins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But production, it went to, full production for, maybe around 2 or 3 months. 2 months, basically.
Wow, total, that's when you started, or, how long was the idea cooking around in your brain for? Was that started in the 2 months, and by the end of the 2 months it was done, or did you have this for, a longer?
Yeah, it started in the 2 months. It started right during, the middle of the 6th incursion.
I'm trying to think of that. Wasn't that the one where they built the obsidian wall?
Yeah, the wall.
The wall that you can just break 2 blocks and leave.
Yeah, no one really thought that through.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's impressive, but...
Jared said it best, it's more of a political statement.
Exactly. We can do this.
I wanted to do a scene about the wall, but it never... there were a lot of scenes that got cut.
Yeah.
Because I kind of came up with better ideas, or I didn't really know how to draw it, or I was just too amateur at the time.
Oh, yeah, well, it still is amazing, once again. So,
yeah.
On to question number 2. Do you ever plan on making an animated series about 2b2t.org?
I've gotten this question a lot, and yeah, you obviously know about the drama I was in with a guy who did try to make one, and the script was awful, by the way. I'm completely justified in what I did.
It wasn't that bad.
Dude,
to be honest, I thought it was good.
People's reactions to it when I showed it to them, really comparing it to Sonic Chew.
It's not that bad.
But anyway,
yeah.
And I've kind of cooked up a whole speech about this. There is no correct way to portray 2B. The one thing I've thought about is making it 2B its own functional world. The problem with that is 2B is so wild and weird that this functional world with its own rules and stuff would constantly have to be retconned.
Change to...
How do people respawn? Or, why do... if the server is supposedly 400 years old, then how are people living for 200 years and all of a sudden they just disappear?
Oh, yeah, that makes... Yeah, I understand what you're thinking there.
It's portrayed as a Minecraft server, but then you're kind of, overplaying what 2B is, and it's just a Minecraft server. There's these big wars, these like political ideologies, these politics, or like these trading networks, the economy. It's all just like overplayed, hyperbolized, fake news.
Okay.
It's literally just a Minecraft server, and I feel like it'd be very overplaying it. But if you wanted to make it about political events, then it'd also be a problem. Like, you wanted to make it about historical events, it would also be a problem because a lot of sources are inaccurate.
Inaccurate.
Like, you ask one old player, like, what happened during this? They gave you an answer, and I bet you that answer would be different from another old player's answer. Like, there's a lot of bias on the server. But yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think you have a point there, but I have to admit that one video you made, I think, does display it pretty accurately.
Because there's no story to it. It's just like a day in the life of everyone on the server, just like a cartoony version of it.
Yeah, like yeah, totally.
I think the only other correct way that was done was Judge's comics.
Yeah.
And, I think making an animated adaptation of that would be brilliant.
Yeah, like actually that would be awesome.
Would totally be on board with that project. That'd be a really tall order to do, because first you'd probably have to capture his art style, which is very unique. But
yes,
his comic is very long.
Well, yeah, it is long, but yeah, okay, you got a point there. You need it, but imagine, like, it would be awesome if it was.
It would be pretty awesome.
All right, we got to get on to the third question now. But that was awesome. So, what's your animation process? What programs do you use to make all your animations?
Overon said it perfectly. It's basically like bone animation, like skeleton animation, where I kind of like take an asset I've drawn before and I kind of rip it apart and repose it and then draw over it. I know it's not a very good animation process, and I am looking to improve, but
like
I'm doing.
It's good, like not very good, as in it's not.
It's very time consuming.
Like it's not very efficient. You're saying.
Yes, but I do it to keep the characters on model. But I am going to try and experiment a little more, use a little more freeform drawing. Kind of go outside of my comfort zone. But I mainly use Wire Alpaca for pretty much everything, and I use HitFilm Express to edit it all together.
Oh, okay.
Programs are free because I am very, very poor.
No, that's fine. I was thinking of getting HitFilm myself, actually.
It's really good.
Okay, I'll look into it, because I paid for a $60 program and it's garbage. Kind of really regret doing that. All right, on to the fourth question. So where did you come up with the idea for the Flatlands? Oh, 1 second. For anyone who doesn't know,
go full nerd on this.
Okay.
Fallout exists, correct?
Yes, the video game.
Yes, and that Fallout 4 exists, correct?
Yeah.
Well, the general consensus with the Fallout fanbase is that Fallout 4 is trash because Bethesda is basically dumbed it and watered it down to appeal to large audiences, and it kind of spit on the face of what Fallout was. And so when Fallout 76 was announced, people were speculating, and they were thinking, oh man, maybe Bethesda learned, and maybe they'll maybe this will be like New Vegas, and it'll be great. And people were speculating from the trailer. I remember this one dude said because of this certain moment, he speculated that maybe skill points were coming back, and the old systems from New Vegas were gonna come back. And I was excited. I thought this would be glorious return to formula. And then they announced it was multiplayer only, and I lost all hope. So then summer came. I was on vacation. I was kind of watching all these videos on Bethesda and Fallout 76, and I was like, you know what? If Bethesda will not provide me with cool post-apocalyptic stories, I'll just make my own with blackjack and hookers. I hope you got that reference.
No, I didn't.
You don't know the blackjack and hookers reference? Okay.
Yeah. What's it from?
Futurama.
Oh,
It's like a scene where Bender gets thrown out of a casino, and he's like, "Fine, I'll go make my own casino with blackjack and hookers."
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah, I started watching the series. Okay, we're getting a little off topic here, but yeah. Yes. Okay, so on to question number 6. Why is everyone in the Flatlands an insect?
I just want to state it now. There will probably be non-insect characters because of the world of the Flatlands, but um, uh, the thing I thought about when I was thinking about making my own thing, I was like, what would be the hook? Fallout's hook is that and the world is entrenched in enriched with 1950s culture, and retro-futuristic stuff. And I was like, what would my hook be? Because a lot of the other competing post-apocalyptic games like Wasteland, they don't. I love them, but they're also very boring with their aesthetics. They don't really do anything to make themselves very unique. So I was thinking, what would the hook be? What would make this world identifiable? I thought that this all summer, and then that should, and then And then all of a sudden, I was just playing Hollow Knight one day, and I was like, it would be cool. What if everyone in the Flatlands was a cockroach? And then the idea evolved from there.
Okay. I like it. I really do like your aesthetic in your animation style is very unique. I like it. I will definitely be keeping tabs on your series as it goes. I support you. You've got my support behind you. All right, on to question number 7. Who is your biggest inspiration as an artist? Who do you look up to?
Lord Bung.
Who?
Lord Bung. He makes the Confinement series.
I should. I don't know I don't know who that is. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
He literally just makes the Confinement series. It's an animated version of the SCP.
I'll have to look that up later. That is super great. That sounds awesome. So on to question number 8. What are your hopes for your YouTube channel in the coming years?
Right now I just want to build up a small cult following, I guess. I'm hoping maybe at least 10,000 subscribers by, the time, maybe 2020, 2021, I have a good fan base size.
Okay.
I love my fans now, but there's not a lot of them, so I want to do that is because I want YouTube to become a stable source of income for me. I would like to do YouTube as a job because the animation industry right now is very toxic.
What do you mean by toxic?
So a lot of the major networks, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney, the studios that make shows for them are dominated by politics, nepotism, incompetence. There's a video I'll link you after this that explains it very well.
Here
The
I'll
guys who make the show are very bad people, and the offices and the workspaces are very toxic. And I'm just not the type of person who really wants to be told what to draw and how I should make a thing by people who obviously don't know what they're doing, and I don't want to be a part of a project that I'm not going to be proud of in the end.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
I'll probably end up also being a freelance animator probably, but YouTube is something I majorly want to do.
All right. Okay. On to question number 9. Why did you delete some of your old videos, especially your one on Speechy?
So the Gmod videos should be self-explanatory. I don't do that anymore, and I think I worked hard on those, but they're also very somewhat cringy, and they're just old and outdated.
Although
you can still view them. I made a playlist called Bad and Outdated Videos, so if you really want to torture yourself, you can go right ahead.
I see.
Splatoon Crusade 2, that video was really bad. The art was bad, the writing was bad, the jokes were bad. But the main reason I deleted it was because I went after some people that honestly did nothing wrong. There are still some people there who I still think to this day are pieces of shit. A lot of the people I went after were just fine, and I kind of bullied them in a sense. But the Speechy video, I still somewhat agree with what I said, but she's on a path to improvement. And a popular YouTuber named Pufferfish kind of mentioned my video on her, and it kind of got me thinking, and I kind of realized that I relate a lot to Speechy. Like I actually kind of have a lot of things in common with her, and so that kind of just led me to a pattern of thought where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna unlist the video. She's taking criticism. She's being less toxic. I should just unlist the video.
Okay. All right. That's a reasonable thing to do. I can understand that. All right.
Like I said, the playlist on my channel. If anyone really wants to watch it, it's there.
I'll link it to. I'll leave a link to it.
I truly have deleted are my April Fool's video and the first Splatoon Crusade. Those do not deserve to be anywhere near a human being ever.
All right. All right. Last question, number 10. What's your inspiration behind your Discord/YouTube avatar?
Originally, it was going to be a Bulletkin from Enter the Gungeon, but I've always been oh, I should probably explain what it is first.
Yeah.
It's the Flatwoods Monster. I almost said Flatlands Monster. Flatwoods Monster is like a thing from West Virginia. He's kind of like.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that.
I've always liked these cryptids. I thought they were cool. And I used the Flatwoods Monster as my Steam profile for a long time, so I was like, you know what, I'll just make that my avatar.
Okay.
And for a time, beginning, I had no idea how to draw them. I, drew him with this weird body armor stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that interview. That was quite a lot of information. I really do appreciate you coming here and being the first person who got interviewed on the 10 Questions interview podcast show.
Man. I think this is a really cool thing that you're doing.
It'll be great if I can get the audio right.
I know. If this doesn't turn out right, I'm gonna sue someone.
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna see what I can do for that. It'll hopefully be great. Yes, you can watch. Links to most of the things he's mentioned. In case I missed one, you gotta just say most, not all. But in the description, in the links to everything we've talked about, in the top pinned comment of this YouTube video, you can get links to credits to pictures, videos, YouTube channels, whatever we've been talking about, and I decide to show in the video will be down there. So you can enjoy that. I hope everyone who's been watching this has had a good time, and adios.
See ya.